So people are like, oh Jesus. People are talking already.
You better be asking questions because you want to see them.
But so it's here. All right.
Big YouTube, I'm human.
So it's broadcasting. It says live.
Dave, you went live.
But now it says here, starting soon.
That's because there's a delay.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so there's a delay, so you guys are not hearing what I'm saying yet.
Well, have you selected the microphone? Maybe they're actually not hearing what you're saying.
I don't know. Well, now here it
Oh,
goes.
now it's going.
Here it goes.
Oh, damn it, Dave.
Sorry. People are talking already. All right, I turned the volume down. Now I sound like an idiot.
Yeah, you gotta mute. Well, now we're gonna sound like an idiot talking about ourselves talking.
Yeah, and they just heard that too.
I know. They hear everything now because it's live.
It's live. It's live.
No one's here. Should be like.
So now everyone's hiding from the camera. All right, I don't know if this is gonna work. We should put this somewhere else, I guess. I mean.
Oh God! Now they're being like, hey, they're here. Hey.
Yay! Blackwell Army unite.
Oh God.
I'm making gimlets.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to wave, but of course it's on a delay.
You need to have.
This is the live one.
Right.
Okay.
So you're gonna either go back and you have to either go back and forth between the windows or
Right.
just trust that. Except for me, they will not.
Okay.
I think the lovely and charming Miranda should probably
Yeah. Miss Community Manager.
do it. Yeah. You can be the comment moderator. Oh, there I go doing my dance.
Oh God.
Well, this is on a big delay.
Yeah. Is Rebecca there? No, Rebecca's not here.
Rebecca's in California.
Rebecca's in California doing actressy stuff. This is on a big delay. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Can you hear us talk?
Yeah,
Oh,
except it's on a delay, so they're gonna. Oh, Janet is making gimlets.
yeah, in case Ray turns up.
In case, because gimlets were in the game, so we figured it was sort of.
It's just dual languages.
But now we have to dye them blue because of Joey.
Now everyone's getting.
Dave, go to window, look window, blow window. We love you, Dave.
Go blow
I'm not blowing the
We want to
window.
have Joey here too.
Abe might be coming.
Go blow it.
He might be coming at 10 p.m. He said. He's got a rehearsal. He's got a life, okay?
That's what you're supposed to make.
I can't control
But
his
it's simple
rehearsals.
syrup, but I don't have any, so I can use so.
Yeah.
Oh, you have an empty bottle if you like do.
So light there where it's 1 a.m. here.
And water.
Rebecca and her Belissa. Why can't I see anything? Because we're all too nervous to hang out from the camera.
Okay. One-to-one mixture.
You should stand there and just
Water
field
and
all the
sugar.
questions.
And then
Just
you
stare
shake it
into the
on
camera.
top.
I need 2 ounces.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess 1 ounce of water.
Sit in a chair and be like, I am Dave Gilbert.
I'm here, sit in the chair. Hello.
Hey Dave, I'm gonna make an executive call.
Yeah?
This is your time to meet people and take some questions.
Okay.
Get in front of that camera and get comfy.
There you
All
go.
right. So I'm supposed to ask questions now, or not ask questions. I am taking questions now.
There we go.
So does anyone want to ask me anything?
And realize.
And this is on a delay, so this is going to take some time, at least for me. He's not going to blow on everything he sees. It didn't move. Joey's stronger than I am. I'm kind of worried they will talk spoilers in this stream. We will try not to. It depends how drunk we are by the end of the night. The live stream party. I mean, do you want me to move it? I can move it.
myself in.
Sorry.
No, it's not bad.
Just drink until it's, you know.
Oh, sorry.
Let's get you more.
Okay.
Can we see over the?
Well,
No. Switch the other window
switch the other window. Oh, to
so
the.
we can see where your face is.
Okay, right here. Ah, okay.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. Oh, bright light.
There's
All
your
right.
face.
There's my face.
There's your.
I'm so sorry you have to look at this, guys. Really sorry.
Dave's pretty face.
Dave's pretty face. Please keep it all spoiler-free.
Oh,
We're
does
going
anyone
to
want a
try.
drink or anything? Because I'm making gimlets, but we have like a billion other things. Rum and coke, wine. What? I'm making gimlets, but I gotta figure out the whole
Yeah.
concept of simple syrup first.
What's in there?
Apparently half water, half...
No.
I know you meant the heater
or something, so I didn't get to do that. I have to get organized in it.
But we got also got
Before
rum
Joey,
and
did the
coke.
Blackwells have any
We've
speedy
got
of
gin,
merit?
we've got rum.
Any
We've
spirit?
got 2 gins.
I'm not even
I
drunk and I
bought
can't talk.
gin too. Oh, you bought rum. Okay. So we got 2 rum,
I don't know.
and we have a billion cokes. So we have
Any
rum
other
and
spirit medium guides?
And we have beer.
I promise no spoilers,
Nice
so
beers.
I can't really say. Are the characters based on people you know, have known in real
We've
life?
got Diet Coke,
Definitely.
we've got Coke.
Way
And
too many
Pepsi.
to list. People I know just from life, archetypes that I know from living in New York, that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely based on people I know, or types of people I know. Where did the idea for the story come from? That is from Brother Tom. Brother Adam. Okay, I can read. It's hard to say. There was a Hitchcock movie called, I think it was called Family Plot, and there was a medium in the movie who was always talking to her spirit guide, and the woman was kind of annoying, and I felt bad for the spirit guide. So that is kind of where the inspiration for Joey came from. I was just thinking of a story from the point of view of someone who was at the beck and call of a medium, and the rest of it kind of evolved from there. What will be the poison of the night? Well, my wife is making gimlets.
Yeah, but I can't find the top for the shaker.
Oh, no. We can't find the top for the shaker.
I hear it.
There it is. She found it. Yay, the party's saved.
Yeah.
Gimlets featured in the game. That's not really much of a spoiler. So we're making gimlets. That's the poison of the night. And we also have rum and coke, so I'll probably be drinking a few of those. What alcoholic beverage would best represent Rosa and or Lauren? That's a good question.
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple for who?
No, I don't know. Shirley
Okay.
Temple's non-alcoholic.
It's not alcoholic.
With Lauren, the problem is that she'd have to stop smoking to have a drink. So.
Yeah.
No reason why. She doesn't have to stop smoking to have a drink.
Oh, well.
She'd have to take the cigarette out of her mouth to put the drink in her mouth.
You can have something smoky, like
Something like, yeah, what would you drink in like a smoky bar? Like a whiskey. I think she's a whiskey woman. I think she's a whiskey girl. Rosa is a wine. She would drink wine. She would drink a glass of wine. I think she's a wine girl.
She's a whiner for sure.
Not a whiner. Not what I mean. All right. Will you synchronize Bestowers of Eternity with Abe and Rebecca? That depends. No, because that game does not exist. At least in my head, it no longer exists. So no, I will not be syncing Bestowers of Eternity with Abe and Rebecca. Did you plan the series to have 5 games in the beginning, or did it come organically? I designed it that I could kind of stretch it out for as long as I wanted to, really. I could have stretched it out to 10 games if I really wanted to string you guys along. But really, around the time I came, it's very hard to talk because there's a lot of stuff going on, so apologies if I get flustered. Thank you, and here's my gimlet. Sweet! Keep asking me questions, I'll get a lot more interesting as the night goes on. What was the question again? Now I gotta scroll up. Just a second. What was the question?
Hey,
it's on a delay.
Because it's on a delay. I don't know what Janet's doing behind me because I can't see it. Oh, did I plan all? What are you doing? Did I plan all the games from the beginning? I had the story arc planned from the beginning, although I didn't plan 5 games. I thought I could get up to 10 back when I optimistically thought I could do like a game every 4 months. That obviously didn't happen. So the time came to end it, and I did. But I had the story arc planned, so I knew I could stretch or what's the opposite of stretch? Squeeze things, I guess, as I needed. Compress. Thank you, Miranda. As needed. So okay. Now I can see Janet on the delayed live stream. Yeah, it was very delayed. All right. Did you ever make more Blackwell cartoons on YouTube? Sadly, no. The Blackwell cartoons I made because when I was making Convergence, it had been a long time since the first Blackwell Legacy. It had been a long time since people saw Rosa. So I thought I'd make these little cartoons to try to get people back in the swing of Blackwell, to reintroduce the characters. But sadly, at the time, I knew nothing about PR or marketing, and I got those cartoons made. They were kind of expensive. and I didn't know what to do with them aside from just post them to YouTube and spam a few blogs and press sites. So I didn't really do much with them. They didn't really do much for me. They were kind of expensive to make, so I probably won't be doing any more of them, sadly. The direct light, I did what? Well, the animation was done by a guy named Wyatt Miles. He did the animation for Emerald City Confidential, so I had already known him. The light from the window is so disturbing. Sorry, it's really nice from this end. As the night goes, should we close the blinds?
I think it would be better if just a spotlight on you. It's protect your back.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't make a difference really. But as the night goes on, let's see. Maybe I could try to change some of these settings.
Or
Let
do
me
they
see.
mean the spotlight? That's kind of fun.
They said the window.
Oh, okay. Can you tip me?
Those don't turn on. Yeah, sorry, those are not very nice.
Yeah, it doesn't make it really dark. Can't you turn it around the other way?
Turn it around the other way. Maybe
So that
face
you're
the kitchen.
facing this way.
Or put it on the table. No, it's going to face the other way.
I think as the night goes on, it'll get dark and it'll be fine.
Yeah, but for the moment.
For the moment, they could see me. I can see myself fine. As far as I don't know. Let me know on this massive delay. I won't hear this until like 20, 30 seconds from now. Can you at least see me? Or do you want to see me? That's the question. Anyway, won't be here too long. It's 1 past midnight. Oh, sorry, Gecko Girl. And thank you. I think. Now I'm in atmospheric shock. I think Gecko Girl, you're the first one to write about the game on Tumblr, so thank you for that. Characters from real life, like sucky bosses, right? Some, I am not going to say, in case some of them are listening. Did I ever get another pug? I didn't get another dog. Now it's really dark.
Yeah, it's the delay.
Oh, that's a delay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I did not get another dog. The dog I had was actually my friend's dog, and I was looking after him for a little while, and I gave him back. We had a kid, so it was... This is very distracting of being on this delay. We had a kid, so we gave the dog back to my friend because she was in a better position to take care of him. So there we go.
No, it doesn't. Sorry.
What? All right. So instead of the medium being annoying, you made the guide annoying. I guess I did. What is in a gimlet? What is in a gimlet, Janet? It's lime juice.
Lime juice, sugar, and gin.
Lime juice, gin, and sugar syrup. So it's very good. Is there a real-life version of Rosa I could date? Come to New York. There's a lot of people like her here, I'm sure. I haven't checked the game yet, but are there bloopers for the game? Rosa's voiceover is so foul. Yes. Get Rebecca in a room. You will hear lots of swear words. There are bloopers, and lots of them. So you won't be disappointed there. Rosa probably drinks wine. What is the hardest part about making Epiphany? What's the hardest part?
You know what Rosa drinks? She said so in the game. Wine is under $20.
Yes, Rosa does mention wine a lot in the game. So she does drink a lot of wine. I don't think turning off the lights is going to help. It just makes the room much darker.
Well, can we check that window?
Oh, now it just makes me really dark. The problem wasn't the light. It was just the light from there was really bright.
What's the contrast?
It's the contrast. But there's nothing we can really do about it. I think I can make this brighter. I think I can...
You have to face the other direction to make it work.
Yeah.
There we go. Now it's brighter. Sort of, yeah. All right. Let me know if you like that, guys. Hardest part about making Epiphany. The hardest part about making Epiphany probably was just the having a baby and moving 4 times over the course of making it. That was probably the hardest part. Trying to stay focused and trying to just get it done. It was probably the longest I ever spent on one project for that reason. I would like to hear about Joseph Mitchell book that you feel is a great read. Okay, Joseph Mitchell. Read Joe Gould's Secret. And if you like it, read the rest of his stuff. He's a fascinating writer, fascinating guy. There's a little too much to go into, but he was just really interesting. He did a lot of writing about people. He'd go to just like dumpy bars, talk to people, and write about them, and make them the most fascinating person ever. And if you read some of his books, like Up the Old Hotel or McSorley's wonderful saloon. The people he writes about are very much of that era. You wouldn't see people like that now. And the interesting thing about him, of course, is that one day after he published Joe Gould's Secret, he went to work every day for 30 years and never wrote again. So I was so fascinated by that story, I kind of based a lot of the Blackwell backstory around it. So that's where I got that. So read Joe Gould's Secret. There's also a movie with Stanley Tucci and Ian Holmes called Joe Gould's Secret, and someone has arrived. Wow, you're on a huge delay. I know. Sorry if this is already answered. Any ideas for your next game? Not yet. Well, yes, I'm publishing this man's game right over here. So tell them about your game. You can't see yourself yet. But...
No, I can't. Hi, I'm Francisco Gonzalez, and I'm the voice of Sam Durkin, amongst other things. And I'm totally pimping out my game. It's called The Golden Wake, and it's being published by Dave. And it's about a real estate agent in the 1920s in Miami who gets into all sorts of trouble, and yeah. Go check it out, grundislavgames.com.
And now talk like Durkin. Do your Durkin voice.
All right, what do you want me to say?
I don't know. Read the wine label.
It's not wrapped.
All right, Rosette. Los dos, Grenache. Why did you call me? I don't know what's going on. I'm going to go eat more M&Ms. Excuse me.
See, officer. There we go. All right. Next question here. I'm scrolling up, 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 scrolling up. Wow, you guys are talking a lot. I have done Let's Plays of the Blackwell games, currently working on Blackwell Deception with my bud. My question is, what do you think about Let's Plays? What do I think about Let's Plays? The whole concept and movement baffles me, but I get that it's kind of a thing and people like it. I enjoy watching Let's Plays when the Let's Player has something interesting to say, or funny to say, or just can all around just make it more entertaining than just playing it yourself. I can't deny that they're hugely popular, even though it's not something that I particularly enjoy. So I guess that answers your question. For Rosa, anything that has a pretty picture on the bottle and less than $20. Someone has played the game. Is there likely to be a box set coming out for the games? I hope so. We were not able to make it this time. They take a long time to make. They're expensive and sadly don't sell well. I hate to say I've always lost money making them. So it was very hard to justify doing it this time, especially since we were so swamped getting the game done and out. So we didn't have time to make them. It was either work on the box or delay the game, and we didn't want to delay the game. I was able to work on the box set for Resonance very easily because Janet, my wife, was spearheading that project, and Vince was spearheading that project. I wasn't involved with production as much, so I could do all those little things. So I was able to do that. Next question. That's like an Appletini. Have you thought about making the games into novels? Not the games. I have thought about writing novels. Something my wife has encouraged me to do. One day, if I get really sick of developing games, maybe I'll sit down and write a novel. Take a year off or something. Janet rocks. So happy for you guys. Thank you, Janet. Sonata Fanatica says you rock. Janet. Sonata Fanatica says you rock.
Oh yeah, for what reason?
For what reason, she says. This is not a 30-second delay, so we'll find out in 30 seconds.
Actually, it's more like
2 minutes. Dave, I was sitting in front of you on the train home from PAX East right after the release of Gemini Rue. I don't know why I didn't say anything. Well, hi, that's actually really awesome. I remember, I don't know if it might have been you. Someone noticed I had my laptop on, and someone noticed the wallpaper had Gemini Rue on it. They're like, hey, I love that game. I don't know if that was you, EP Mode, but if it was, that was awesome. That's the first time that's ever happened to me in real life, so awesome. Space Police King's Heroes or Leisure Suite Larry Quest. I'd have to go with Space Quest. Big fan. Are you going to make another game in the Blackwell universe? If I do, it'll be a long time from now. Blackwell Epiphany has a definite ending. If you haven't played it yet, you'll see. But I'm not going to make one yet. Not for a while. Dave, what's your most favorite point-and-click adventure ever? Oh, man. There's so many. I really like Loom. I think that game really holds up. Really inspired by Gabriel Knight, of course. Blackwell was always me trying to do Gabriel Knight. What else? Big and really inspired by Discworld Noir. Discworld Noir. That game has not held up at all, but I loved it when I played it. The notebook interface in Blackwell was directly lifted from Discworld Noir. Soundtrack of Blackwell is great. Why the jazzy choice? New York, nighttime. What else would work? Seems I'm the only one who doesn't hear or see anything because of errors. Too bad, since I was looking forward to this enough to stay up. Refreshing does nothing. I'm sorry. I don't know. Sorry. Hi, Dave. Hi, Nathan. Nathan is the composer for Gemini Rue and is going to be the composer for the upcoming Techno Babylon. Hi, Nathan. And then Dave became the Emperor. I have no idea what that is in reference to. Who would win in a puzzle challenge? April, Ryan, or Rosa? Huh. That is a good question. All right, I'm gonna open this up to this floor. Francisca, who would win in a puzzle challenge? April, Ryan, or Rosa Blackwell?
Oh, man. Well, April Ryan has to do a lot more absurd things, like use a clamp and a rubber ducky to get stuff out of the subway.
This is
Rosa
true.
does a lot more practical stuff, so depends on the puzzle.
Yeah, if you say a puzzle challenge is in like logic puzzles.
Yeah. Rosa would be able to solve detective things.
Yeah, if it's like
April Ryan
adventure-y
would
type
be able to-
puzzles, it would be April Ryan. Logic puzzles would probably be more Rosa. And someone has arrived. Oh, hi! Eli, the voice of the you were the voice of the doorman in Blackwell Epiphany. Just arrived. All right. Big round of applause for the jacket person. Who's the jacket
That was me
person?
when I was holding up the jacket.
Oh, Princess was holding the jacket. Okay. Whoa, the delay is like 1 minute. Yes, I know. Was point and click the planned gameplay of choice? Yes. It's what I like. It's what I do. Good question, Rage Renter asked. Hi, Cedric. I can see you pretty well, and something sinister hovering over your shoulder. That was Francisco. I think Dave is in node space, opening doors to infinity. He doesn't have his tie. That's very dangerous. Good luck and have fun. How do you feel about that dog leash puzzle from the first game? I want to burn it and jump on the ashes. I mean, it fits. I still like the actual puzzle. I think it's a great puzzle. I don't like the reason that led up to it, that Rosa was too nervous to talk to someone, so she had to do that in order to talk to her neighbor, which I think is a little convoluted these days, but I think it worked. I think it worked as a puzzle.
How do you fit into this?
I have the Void is talking in our channel. Okay, that's the end of the questions, apparently. Sam Durkin is awesome. I thought he looked familiar. Hi. Sam Durkin is awesome. Dave, I wanted to say thank you for getting Ben Chandler. He's my favorite. He's my favorite, too. That's why I hired him. He's awesome. M&M's and wine. Sounds like quite a party. Yes, it is. There's some M&M's.
Offer them to the internet.
Offer them to the internet. Grundislav of Ben Jordan, published by Dave. Cool. Want to play it already. It's coming out. What do you think of commercializing Let's Plays? I see nothing wrong with it. Sorry, I'm kind of rushing through these. Have you ever thought of doing a horror adventure?
I want to do a horror adventure so much, but no time.
My wife wants to do a horror adventure. She really wants to do a Cthulhu-inspired adventure because she's a big fan. I am not too familiar with the genre, so I'm not sure I'd be able to pull it off. Who else is there other than you and Janet? We got Francisco, Miranda, our friend Jess, our friend Melissa, Eli Green. It's early yet. He played the doorman in Blackwell Epiphany. Did you at least get a lot of money when Daedalic Entertainment released a Gemini Rue in a box of Germany? Sadly, I did not. It didn't sell well at all. No, I didn't make a dime off of it. It did not sell well at all, I'm sorry to say, which is kind of what put us off translating our future games, because we had our best-selling game translated into the language of the territory that is the most beloved of adventure games. You think it was a slam dunk, but sadly it didn't sell well there, and it's really hard to justify putting all the money, time, and effort into doing others. But one day, maybe. Whoa, suddenly a lot of questions appeared. Must have been a really sad day when you finally finished the series. It was. Relief, but still sad. We haven't finished the final version yet, but the early betas we couldn't find ourselves. You know, fan art Oh my god! Cammy and Tibby. You know what? I am so sorry. I actually had Yes. Oh my God. I have to apologize publicly in front of like how many people? 76 people. They were fan art contest winners. I promised would be in the game. Things got so busy and so frantic and so crazy just trying to get the core of the game done. There were so many features that did not get put in, and I am sorry we didn't get around to it. Email me later. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna contact the Techno Babylon people, and you will be in Techno Babylon. I promise. That game is only halfway done, and there are a lot of NPC characters. There's a lot of characters in that game. I will put you in there. I'm really sorry. Blackwell Epiphany had us slammed, and there were so many things that didn't get put in, and I'm really sorry. I hope me having to publicly apologize like this somewhat makes up for it. Tar and feather me. Oh God, here. I'll have to take a drink now because I'm really embarrassed.
You want some more gin?
I'm so sorry. I'm only halfway done with the one I drank. Really sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Your fan art entry was awesome. They did this awesome cosplay of them as Rosa and Joey, and it was so true to the characters. And I feel really bad that I totally flaked in that into the game. I'm really sorry. Why Janet rocks? She always seems nice and cheerful on the photos with you. Seems you're absolutely happy. Come here, Janet. Come here. Hey. Thank you. Oh.
Okay, we can.
So that was Sonata Fanatica.
Hello.
Hi, Dave. Thanks for the games. Do you think that the classic point-and-click adventure games have enough momentum to make a living? Just for us.
Hey, this is not like it, but.
Support me, Janet, and our baby girl, and we bought this apartment. So I would say yes, as far as I'm concerned. Hi. Dave, are you making these for Android? Yes, we are porting games. We're porting the first 3 Blackwell games to iOS.
They're nearly done.
Janet's spearheading them. Yeah, they're nearly done. So those will come soon. And then June. Yeah.
June.
So now it's official. We can't take it back. Oh.
Wow, we've kissed in the past.
So yeah, we've kissed in the past. We're watching the stream catch up to our kiss. That's very sweet. So they're coming. Will we see Joey make an appearance or cameo in another game?
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be cool. You'll definitely see Abe in another game. I don't know about Joey though.
Yeah.
Horror adventure games are good. I love doing fan art. I made the one with Joey dancing with Rosa. That was you. That is my favorite piece of fan art because it is so true to the characters. I loved it. Thank you. Ikrin Girl, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The Ikrin Girl, thank you. I love that one. The Gemini Retrain story, that wasn't me, but I heard the whole thing. I actually haven't played Blackwell. Oh, well, thank you anyway.
Hot train?
EP mode was in front of us.
Wow.
Coming back home from PAX.
I remember him.
Yeah, well, no, that wasn't him. It was somebody else.
Oh, okay.
How did you come up with the name Rosangela? Actually, funny story. I had a good friend growing up named Antonio, and it was an Italian family, which is why I made. And he had a sister named Rosangela, and they called her Rosa. And since that was an Italian family, I made Rosa's mother Italian, not realizing that it was probably more of a Spanish name. But so that's how I came up with the name. You all did a great job. It was a pleasure to be part of the testing group. Thank you. I love this World Noir. So do I. Gabriel Knight is great. Yes, it is. Not the one for Primordia. I don't know what the context of that is. Sorry. My first game that catched my eye for Raja was Primordia. Are there any other games planned in this universe? As of right now, no. The developers might be doing more, but it's up to them. I just published it, and I own the sales right to it, but I don't own the IP right. So I couldn't make another game. It's up to them. But if they want us to make one, then if they want to make one and want us involved, we'll be definitely involved. Flex! Wait, it's Jen in the background. Good choice for the music. Love it. Hey, it's Sam Durkin. Concerning Techno Babylon.
I'm more impressed by people like him, by people like Patrick.
Concerning Techno Babylon.
Do
I have chocolate all over my face?
No.
Because it's mostly all in my hand.
Yes, you got M&M colors all over.
Yeah, I got M&M colors all over my hand. What do they used to say? Melts in your mouth, not in your hand?
They don't make that promise anymore.
Yeah. Okay, you answer questions. I gotta get a nap.
Yeah. It's
I haven't played Techno Babylon yet.
Bob's Burgers is a completely different point of view from Archer, from Coach McGurk, from right. That was so funny. He woke up from a huge state and he was Bob.
There's no questions now, so I can't answer them.
They usually just all appear at once.
Okay.
It's kind of on a
Hello.
weird
Oh yeah.
I'm drinking gimlets.
At some point that I think I heard
It just caught up to your hand.
For his voiceover.
Yeah, there are no questions now. Here they go.
Since I found that out,
Oh, here we go.
He's just. And apparently all the characters he plays, like Archer.
Poor Moti, yeah. Rosa's greatest crime. She's lucky it didn't kill him. That was a human dose for a tiny, tiny dog.
I wasn't the best of designers back then. Yeah. I probably wouldn't have made that puzzle now. Hi from Australia. Wow, you're up early. Actually, it's probably about 7:30 in Australia now.
My baby hasn't played any games yet. She's too tiny. She has chewed the PS3 controller though.
Yes. Yeah. She has to the PS3 controller.
Well, every day.
Well, because it's there.
Yeah.
And she just grabbed it. You can try the Shazam Mythos. I love those games. Yeah, I played them when they came out.
I want to play them, but I haven't played anything for 11 months, which is when my baby was born.
I remember when Yahtzee was part of the Adventure Game Studio forum, way back when. I sort of got involved just after he left, so I missed all the drama. So.
Hey Miranda, someone said you're stellar.
Who's?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Whoa, a lot of questions.
That's very nice of you.
Helped on a technical support question for Downfall, apparently.
For Downfall?
Yeah.
Wow. It's not. So we sold it for a while, but.
But the answer, I don't know if that's supported by
I mean, it's supported. I know it's a Screen 7 game now, but I don't know. Yeah.
They're all AGS, so they all have the same problems.
This is true. Yeah. All right. Let's shout out to Janet from a fellow Brit.
What, Jack?
Say something British. Dave and Janet, love to see you two together. You guys, such a great couple. Aww. Where can I find fan art? Many places. There's on our website, on our Facebook page, on the Tumblr. There's lots of places for fan art. I have no one single place to put it because I've been finding it so many different places.
You know, the 3 games before Blackwell Epiphany, 2 did really well. The third one was Dan You Guys, which was a comedy game that no one bought, so it's a hidden gem. So people should check it out. It's actually really good.
I really like it.
If you like British humor.
It's very British. It's sadly a game that did not do well, but I still really believe in it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's not a good game. It's not really a game that sells itself very well. Wrestling, and it's kind of got these cartoony graphics, but it's got some of the best adventure-style fighting scenes that I've ever played. I'm a little biased.
The graphics look better when they're moving than when they're in screenshots.
They do. I think you did a pretty good job with horror, with resonance. That was more suspenseful and tension than horror.
That was kind of sci-fi thriller.
Sci-fi thriller, yeah. Do you have trouble figuring out what would stump you when making your puzzles? If you already know your own solutions, it must be hard to charge difficulty. Very hard. I usually go by tester feedback. There were some puzzles in Epiphany that I streamlined or made different because the testers hated them or couldn't solve them or what have you. So it's very hard to judge, but I've come pretty good at judging the feedback when they don't like something. Will the big 12-hour movie of Blackwell come out? Ask the Let's Players. That should be about 12 hours. Miranda once helped me out with a technical issue. Oh, we already said this. Nathaniel Chambers versus Pinard was the context to what I said. If you still remember by the time you get to this point.
We forgot what you
I
said
remember.
earlier.
Sort of. Actually, no, I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm happy that you love the dancing picture. Yay! Is there a part of this Epiphany you'd like fan art of? You know what? If it's good art, you could have Rosa standing in a room. It doesn't matter. I love what you've done. Anything you want, anything that inspires you. It was I love that dancing picture. Actually, I use it in
Sonata Fanatica.
I use it in a presentation because I loved it so much. Call Resonance more of a sci-fi adventure. Yes. Not melting in your hands has been removed due to budget cuts. Apparently so.
They really do melt in your hands now.
Hey there, Janet. Wave. Hello, Amanda Pruitt. Hi. I noticed your name yesterday, and I told Janet you sounded very British. At least your name does. Swing a good one for me?
But Dave does like swing dancing.
I do like swing dancing.
My wife
Can we see?
Your wife is a gamer. No, I am not a gamer this year. I have had a baby. I have played one game. It was Little Inferno.
Is there a name for the melody played by the ghost shell? If you play the game, there is a game within the game called Trollgate. She's actually playing the theme to Trollgate. I can honestly say that the Blackwell... Zenbear, hi! I love your fan art too. I can honestly say that the Blackwell series is on par with some of the best games out there. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's 9:30 in Australia. I did not think I'd enjoy Resonance, but I liked it a lot. Well, thank you. We're glad you liked it. Janet spent almost a year full-time on it. Whoa, lots of questions. Who just arrived? Oh, hi! Yes, it's the voice of... Did Mary, right? Yes, did Mary. Okay, this is the problem because like usually before now I work with actors that I know personally, and since Shelley casted everybody, like the first time I met you guys was like the day you walked into the record. So it's like, wait, who are you? But I remember it. Yeah. Hi, Marco. So Erin Weinbach just walked in. She was the voice of Mary, the very first ghost you saved in the game. So she's right over there. She'll probably come by later. Scroll. Durkin mentions one of his first cases involving a kid. Was that Rosa? Spoilers! I'm avoiding spoilers. So, you know, use your own judgment. Hi, Janet. Are you from the UK? She is from the UK, and she is from the South Coast. She's from Somerset. Do you write full scripted dialogue before you start in the game? I try to. Things sometimes go out the window when it comes to implementation. I usually try to write the dialogue before I put it into the game. Watch her right back at you.
I don't even know who Maggie Champagne is.
Advice for anyone who gets into writing for games. Advice. I mean, really, just learn by doing. I have no advice really. I don't know how I just sort of started doing it and I learned. That's not really the best advice. Try to go to talks about it. Try to keep it short and snappy. Remember that it's a game at the end of the day, and God, I'm trying to give like sage advice while this crazy party is going on around me. So I don't know how effective this will be. But do remember that it's a game at the end of the day. So try to keep your dialogue very economical. Try to get as much bang for your out of every word as you can. I always try to keep my dialogue very short and make it as effective as possible. That's the best advice I can give. Okay. Remember asking a question to Rosa's Twitter a few years back about spirits that weren't human. Yeah, Rosa doesn't update that anymore. And if you play Blackwell Epiphany, you'll probably know why. Question for Janet.
Hello.
Janet. Sonata Fanatica asks, I assume that's how you pronounce your name, what is your favorite ghost out of the Blackwell games? From 1 to 4.
I like her. What's her name? The one, the student girl.
The student girl. She likes Jamie. She likes Jamie. That's everyone's favorite. Jamie's everybody's favorite. Hey, yeah, Miranda here was Tiffany.
Hi.
She says hi. I know you said you were wanting to start a new style of game from Blackwell. What kind of genre might you try? I really want to try something more sci-fi and space opera.
I sent my demo.
I'm not going to make Gemini Rue. I'll just make Gemini Rue. Sure. No, someone. Years ago, I had this idea for a sci-fi RPG of all things, and actually tried to make it an AGS and didn't get very far. I didn't have the chops to make it at the time, but maybe it's time to revisit it. I wouldn't make it an RPG with combat, but I'd use the story that I had. But big fan of Mike Resnick, who's very space opera-y, and I might make something.
Who is Tomo? She was going to appear in Blackwell Epiphany, but she was cut.
She was cut. I couldn't really make her work. Tomo will one day be revealed. As of yet, yeah, she's probably the most heavily foreshadowed character ever. Tomo.
Did I say who her dad is?
No.
Okay.
This is no spoiler zone. One fan art I had planned, didn't get around to it, is the part in Converge where Rosa got drunk. That I would love to see. Please do that.
There's very little difference between the two, no matter what.
I feel like I'm being very antisocial at my own party here. But that's okay. Will we ever meet Tomo in another game? Perhaps. I've got to enjoy my alcohol here.
Within a couple hours.
Okay. More questions? More questions?
I had no 9 to 5.
There's
I
pie.
had no 9 to 5, or for a while, I was working part-time, but it was a job I could from home on my own schedule.
Are there any more questions? No more questions.
I was getting work on. But once I got promoted and started doing 9 to 5 in the office, I started realizing by the time I got
This delay is so weird.
casting calls already had 40 responses.
What did Rosa do when she was drunk? You don't want to know. Would you recommend using game-making software or learning to program games? I would recommend... I mean, I had a bit of a programming background, a little bit. I took some classes at university. But to make games like ours, AGS takes a lot of the grunt work out. You still got to do quite a bit of work. Ooh, pie. You still, all right, Janet got a second pie. You still got to do a bit of work to make your game, but it takes a lot of grunt work out. I guess I'll say.
Actually, heard a little bit about you.
What
more the fact that you just exist?
There's no such thing as making games from scratch unless you're coding a machine code.
Yeah.
Everything is layers upon layers of higher and higher level languages. So there's no reason to feel ashamed of making something in AGS or something.
Not at all. I mean,
Don't
people.
need to feel macho
I know
about
several
making
developers who
or
spend
stuff.
years making an engine, and then by the time they're ready to make their game, that engine's already out of date. So just, there's so many out-of-the-box tools. There's no excuse not to.
Are you a shell student? Actually,
Unreal Engine 4, I don't think that would work for our games.
Probably not. We've
And it
looked
would eventually, but we'd have to put a lot of stuff on top of it. No, we don't have enough people to do that.
Yeah. We keep looking at Unity, but I keep swearing I'll use it one day, and I have yet to actually do so. I keep returning to AGS, because it's so easy to use, and I know exactly how to do what I want with it. So I just sort of bite the bullet and go back. What's your view on headcanon? Players making their own decisions about who or what characters are. I think that's fine. If you have, I have no problem with that at all. I like when people discuss. I like anything that fosters discussion. And if you have opinions on what the characters are or who they are,
Yeah, all the way
then
down.
that's fine. And the interesting thing about someone like Joey, for example, I went out of my way to avoid saying anything about his past, but people were like dead set. Oh yeah, he's a gangster. He's a lounge singer. Or he's a detective from the 30s. People, reviewers everywhere had definite opinions on who he was, even though I deliberately avoided saying who he was. So I'm fine with it. Will you appear as characters in a game? Oh wait, I skipped one. Says the Shiva and the Blackwell series share a common universe. Between which Blackwell games did the Shiva take place? After Legacy. Definitely after Legacy. Yeah, after Legacy. But before Convergence. Will you appear as characters in a game?
I played the answering machine in Blackwell Convergence.
She did a voice, but I think they mean actually as ourselves.
Oh, okay, that would be weird and self-referential.
Which means we gotta totally do it.
Dave, of course, appears as every minor character ever, especially heavies in all his games.
I'm always the tough guy.
Yes, the New York accent, which
the
really
New York
should have
accent.
answered and been the heavy.
Yeah. Was Mary's play The Riverwall based on the Gallagher? Oh my God!
What?
Someone got it!
I don't get
Oh
it.
my God!
I don't get it. I never got it.
Oh my
What
God!
was it?
Someone got the most obscure reference ever. Yes, I read those books when I was young. There were two books that compiled a whole bunch of them, and The River Wall was the only one not in. So I read this whole damn thing, and there was still one book left that I couldn't find anywhere, and The River Wall was the one. And I managed to find it years later, but of course by then I completely forgot everything about it. So yeah, oh my God, I'm flabbergasted that you got that reference. Amazing. Blind Stove 91, I bow down. You're amazing. How did you start to write a script for a game? I just bang things out on a keyboard, stream of consciousness stuff. Eventually something coalesces. I'll make a design from that, and I start writing the script. Basically how it works. What you did with Joy was fun. Thank you. Thanks again, Dave. You are welcome. Did Janet do some voiceover?
I already answered that.
Yeah, she did a one answering machine. Have you ever considered on trying the few DSP plugins for AGS? Are there sound plugins for AGS?
I think highly probable. We try to avoid plugins because they cause real problems with porting.
I had no idea that those even existed. I mean, maybe I'll try them, but they do cause
They
problems
cause
with
a lot of
plugins.
problems with porting.
Yeah.
I recommend you don't try them because it will be a headache to port.
You heard a lady. When it comes to technical stuff, I listen to her. She's smarter than I am. AGS needs more people to develop it. Yeah,
Save game, we needs to be a kind of user-defined save game system because we tend to, if we release a patch, and let's be super careful, we break everyone's save games, and there's House of Rage.
Yeah.
There was some House of Rage today when we broke the save games to release on Steam because some reviewers hadn't finished it yet, so there was some light House of Rage.
Yeah,
reviewers.
so you don't want to piss off the press, which we did. Demon, yeah, that was. I can't do the demon voice because it was very processed, but yeah, that was.
The demon was the lamest character we ever had.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. It's all coming out tonight. It's all coming out tonight.
Not the acting, which was excellent, just the concept.
It was supposed to. I know. I got better. I got better. Thank you. My wife, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Any more questions? I'm waiting for it to refresh. Okay, in the meantime, I'm having my drink.
Being able to listen to the information being given to you.
Do you want, like, some
while
cheese
you
or
read the
something?
teleprompter and
Cheese and
interact.
crackers?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Good. Last thing they want to see is me stuffing my face.
Yes, they do, but no one's eating the cheese.
Leave me alone. I'm waiting for the. Here we go.
I will manage your community debt.
I love the fact that you put bloopers in commentary. Thank you. I like it too because it's so self-indulgent. It's completely self-indulgent and narcissistic. So yeah, of course I love doing it, and people seem to like it. So it's this, self-perpetuating thing. I can talk about myself forever, and people seem to like it, so I do. Having a real glow-in-the-dark business card. If I do make a hard copy, I will try. Like I said, it's very hard to get these things made because they're very expensive, and they're not huge sellers. The hardcore collectors love them, but sadly there aren't a lot of them. So, and a lot of manufacturers insist on a minimum of like 1,000, and I've never sold 1,000 box copies. So it's hard to justify spending a lot on it because every time I do it, I lose money. But maybe. Scroll. Whoa, lots of questions now. What is the least amount of cigarettes Laura can smoke? I don't know, actually. I think under 15, maybe under 10. I'm not sure. I know there's a few times where she's required to smoke, so I'm not sure. Some of my favorite TV shows. Currently, I'm a big fan of Arrow. Big fan of Continuum. I loved Breaking Bad when it was on. In terms of older stuff, love sci-fi stuff. I love Battlestar Galactica. My wife and I marathoned Buffy a few years ago. I'm a big fan of that. Big fan of British stuff. I loved Blackadder when I was younger and Red Dwarf and all that. And someone else is arriving. Who is it? Okay, we'll find out when they enter the door. So those are my favorite TV shows. I hope not too. Janet, if you were Rosangela, how would you deal with Joey?
I don't know. Seems like she could blank him out a bit more. Like, I don't know.
Janet would blank him out, is what she would do. That's what she says.
She pays too much
Linux and DLL help. Yes, exactly. Hey, Brandon. When Rosa goes to sleep, does Joey just stand there and watch? As far as she knows, maybe. Who asked in the chat, here's the link to the Ghostly Dance pick. As a writer, do you have trouble controlling your story's characters rather than channeling them? Huh. It's hard sometimes because it is an adventure game, and sometimes gameplay has to inform the story and vice versa. So sometimes I have a great idea of where the story should go, but it's not fun to play as a game, so I have to rethink it and retool it, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I'm more successful at it than others. So it is challenging sometimes. I've been thinking of something fan-game-ish. Not really sure if I want to go there, even if it doesn't feature Laura. Go for it. I don't mind. I have fan games. I'd be very flattered. I'm a big fan of the Blackwell games, which Francisco over there made. So, go for it. When I hear the Blackwell melody, I get the same shivers as when I hear Monkey Island. Oh, thank you. And Thomas Reagan, I don't know if you're listening or watching, but that theme music is going to be in my head for the rest of my life. So I want to thank you for that.
And Dave's.
And mine. Yeah, that's mine. Yeah. And I'm humming it all the time. I was humming it this morning. Eat the cheese. Obey Janet. Okay. I can't find the cheese.
I'll give him cheese.
She'll give me cheese later. I'll eat a pie instead. She gave me pie, so I'll obey Janet that way.
Making rum and coke.
Ooh, rum and coke.
Random.
Oh, hi.
Hello, sorry.
Wait,
You're on the
TJ.
phone. She. Was
No, 71
going
people.
elsewhere,
Oh my God.
and She did not want to stay up too late. Thank you very much.
How is married life treating you?
Doing pretty well. Is that the last time I saw you?
That was the last time I saw you.
Couldn't remember if I saw you at Miguel's not quite going away party.
I saw you at a birthday party. Was that before or after your wedding?
My birthday party would have been before.
Okay, that was the last time I saw you. I had more questions. All right, scroll. I was not insulted by Crackwell at all. It was, in fact, the funniest thing I've ever seen. And actually, Francisco and I were joking about it, and he's like, "Would you be insulted if someone made a game called Crackwell about Joey being smoking a crack pipe?" And I said, "No, that would be awesome." 2 days later, he made the game and showed it to me, and I nearly pissed myself laughing. It was awesome. So I was not insulted at all.
Cheese and crackers.
Oh boy, she's incredible. Okay.
I need to move something?
No, I'm good. Talking about patches, are you guys going to be focused on bug fixing? We're going to collect the bugs and then release one big patch. It's probably better than releasing smaller patches. Because we know about the save game issue, so we want to minimize that as much as possible. Are you planning any more art contests? Yes, we probably will. I don't know when, but we definitely will. What are my favorite noir, ghost books, movies? Okay. I love Mildred Pierce. Out of the Past is an amazing movie. Postman Always Knocks Once. Postman Only Knocks Once. Night in the City is amazing. And the great thing about it is that it kind of plays around with what you think of as noir. It's not about like trench coats and rainy streets and dark alleys. It's just purely a conflicted person who just is constantly walking that line of damnation and salvation. And the end is, the satisfaction comes of wondering which way he'll fall. That for me is noir. Noir isn't about, trench coats and fedoras and rain. That is noir. So take that where to go. Feelies. I wish I had money to buy stuff with feelies in. One day. Maybe a limited amount for the first 10 who buy the game and collectibles. Like I said, these are expensive to make. And you have to order a minimum. So maybe, like I said, maybe. What specific skill set would one need to develop a game like the ones you publish and develop at AGS? Thanks for all the adventure. Awesome games. Thank you. What specific skill set? It's hard to say. You've got to be very detail-oriented. You've got to have a lot of patience. You've got to have a lot of perseverance. When you're first starting a project and it's exciting, it's easy. You're excited, you're jazzed, it's fun. But then after a while, the project becomes work, and work always sucks. So you got to push forward. That's really the one skill set I would recommend. You could crowdfund Kickstart the physical version. I could. Like I said, that takes time. Even it's not so much the money; it's also the making and planning of it. Oh hi! Hey, good. Oh my gosh! Hey. Philip Kanan, the voice of Father Michael, just walked in. For those of you who play Blackwell Epiphany, you know who that is. What do you think of FMV games, like the text murphy games? I like them. When did you realize you were in love with Janet? Too personal for this. I think there's a line I gotta drop. But I always know if I have to. I have one of your jazzy music songs as my alarm tone. Sweet. Thank you. Thomas Reagan would love to hear that. Get the DVD hard copies printed abroad. Like I said, now that the game is done, we'll think about it some more. Have you ever thought of writing a novel based on the Blackwell universe? No, I think they very much fit as games. I definitely think about writing a novel completely standalone, but not Blackwell. Yes, we should order pizza. We're going to order pizza. I think you want to do it. Order pizza.
I'll order pizza.
Yeah.
What flavor does the internet say we should get?
Okay, guys, what kind of pizza should we get? This will be Twitch orders pizza. Who wants to order a pizza for us?
It better be something that ordinary pizza places have for.
Anyone you would like to work with for a game? I don't know. I mean, we're pretty. There's no one I'd like to work with on a game because they're all doing good work for themselves. So it's hard to say. Say hola to San Francisco from Spain. Oh, Francisco. Hola to Francisco from Spain. Pay Bulvig? Pay Bulvig says hello to Francisco.
Yeah. That's where you
Someone named Pay Bulvig. Pay Bulvig? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Have you ever read any book written by Walter Morris, like The City of Dreaming? I have not.
Hello to me.
Pay Bulvig.
Oh, hey Bolvig. Oh, okay.
Didn't say hello.
Hola.
Hola.
He says hola.
Well, I say hola too.
There you go.
Pie Bolvig. That doesn't sound very Spanish, but we're yeah. Okay, never mind. I'll let you get back to your.
Okay. I'm very tired. I don't want to take over.
Yes.
Okay, you'll take over?
Sure.
Okay, Janet's going to take
I
over.
need to see the results of the pizza vote.
Okay. Oh. Well, yeah, when
I mean, right now.
there's like a 2 or 3 minute delay, so
Yeah.
yeah, we want to know what kind of pizza we should order. So let us know. Janet's going to come around and she will collect the votes after it's over. I am going to hop off. Janet will hop on. My voice is very dry.
Need to actually attend his own
I need to attend my own party.
Okay,
Hi everyone.
The pie is key lime pie.
Which as far as classifying them, are identical. But for the people like there's something about it. For them, it's different.
I keep saying Dave should write a novel, but he doesn't want to write a novel.
So I just turned it into.
Are you happy with the internet?
What?
There's an app.
Well, we're hoping for some votes from the internet on what pizza we should order. But I'm trying to remember what the local pizza place is called. Because I've had, this is my second drink now, and I've forgotten what the local pizza place is called.
You're looking like residents.
Yeah.
That's the local pizza place?
No, I was just trying to remember something about it. Okay, seamless.
Gain points in every category, it'll start leveling you up.
No one's
So that
giving you
when
any
you challenge
suggestions.
someone, they can see what level you are in the category.
Pizza, pizza, pizza. It updates eventually.
What?
It updates eventually.
Okay.
Okay, what's the closest pizza? Smiling Pizzeria, that's the closest pizza.
Smiling?
Yes.
Smiles?
I've never heard of Walter Morris. Sorry, boys. I don't know if Dave has, but I haven't seen him. He reads a ton of stuff, but he reads it all on his Kindle, so I don't know what he's reading. The pie is key lime pie. There seem to be quite a lot of people watching the stream to me. I wish I could all offer you a drink, because I'm offering everyone else a drink. Virtual drinks. This is a rum and cherry coke.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't have a drink, Miranda.
I'll get one. Look how good you look. It's a good
Yeah, makeup. I'm usually too much of a nerd to wear makeup because it takes like a quarter of an hour every day. How do people do this?
Would it help if you refresh the page?
No, it just all comes off pretty eventually.
And,
We can scroll back a bit. DVD hard copies. Yeah, we can't find a place that will do only a few. So if anyone can recommend us a place that will do 500 DVD copies, we usually get an order for 500 DVD copies, but most places will do a minimum of 1,000. And that means that we have I think we landfill the rest of them or something, which is so tragic. Oh, there's my code. Yeah, we really wanted to do a collectible glowing business card. That was our idea, but we couldn't find anyone who made them. So, sorry, Darkpool.
My website is totally out of date. It's just a matter of.
I'm just scrolling back over the questions.
I feel like.
What specific skill set would one require to develop a game like the ones you published in AGS, George K? Well, you just really need to download AGS and start. It's like the most simple game development system in the world. It's got the best documentation. I've never seen such awesome documentation as AGS, so whoever wrote it, thanks. People in the background.
I know.
Zimbe, we're definitely planning more game art contests. Dave really likes game art contests.
I have so much content on one page. To tell it that it's a long page. Let the person
No more.
scroll through this. You know, it's like.
Oh, someone's playing Epiphany. Thank you, Daniel Riffling.
This isn't even a web page. It's just a screenshot. It's a PowerPoint.
I don't know what I believe about ghosts. I love reading spooky ghost stories. I have never had any paranormal experiences whatsoever. No one's suggesting a pizza, so I just have to order some pizza I like. Salad pizza? Well, I'm just looking at the menu on Smiling Pizzeria. Salad pizza, freshly chopped lettuce, tomato, and onions. That sounds horrible.
Well, I know Dave because I've been working since like 2002.
There's no more questions, so I'm just looking at the pizza menu.
Cool.
Smiling Pizzeria, they don't seem to have any kind of...
You know Shelley?
What kind of pizza should we get? How many pizzas do we need?
How many of us are there?
Was that yours?
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Shelley.
Okay, there's about 12 of us, so I guess 2 pies.
Yeah, what is a good pizza? Is Smiling Pizzeria good? What's a good pizza place?
And I might have had
King,
more
I think.
hair.
King.
It's close by.
I like it too.
That's not
Pizza Plus, they're good. They're
Pizza
really
Plus,
good.
okay.
Yeah, they're close by and they're really good.
Here we go, Pizza Plus.
Yeah, they're really good.
I'm just ordering pizza here. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm scrolling on my iPhone.
I feel and I haven't been to Atlanta for a long time, so I know
Is it dynamic or is it dynamic?
Well, I feel like New York, like the sludge in the garbage water is becoming part of the humidity of the gross.
But Orlando's actually right in the center of the state. It's the same as college game.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same, you know, it's not being humid.
Yeah.
No breeze, no breeze at all.
No, the longest in Orlando is. Say I've been there. Just where you were. Yeah, I went to Lawrence Top.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's have meatballs on half one of the first pizza, and on the other side of the first pizza, let's have pepperoni. That is the meat pizza. Then I should do a vegetarian pizza because some people don't like meat for some reason. What?
I mean, it's like,
People who just want cheese can just pull off the toppings.
Okay.
it's weird because like we raised our price a little bit.
Everyone likes mushrooms. Everyone likes basil.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
I just don't get
Would anyone like some Vino Verde?
What? Voiceover is always.
Okay, it turned out that we're going to have a meatball and pepperoni pizza and a mushroom